Welcome to Not All Business, a podcast by two former CEOs who went from competitors to friends. I'm Blakely Graham, and my co-host is Heather Cooper. And we're joined by our producer, Clay Cornell, who keeps us from completely losing our minds. Well, during recording anyway. Today, we are talking about what happens when you hit the wall. But not just burnout. We're talking about quiet cracking, when high performers are holding it together on the outside, but fracturing on the inside.
Not all business.
So we start now.
There's always this awkward, like, how the F do you start the banter?
Well, I can't stop looking at Clay's hair.
Oh, I know. Clay, he got the big shaver on. Does it go full 360?
It goes all the way around. All the way around.
Or is that 270?
Hang on, I'll take off my headphones.
Yeah, is it a mohawk? It's not really a mohawk. It's a mohawk adjacent.
I'm not going to be able to hear you, so say anything you want.
Is that a
Okay.
muffin top?
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I'm
Do you know what a
definitely taking these
muffin
off
top
now.
is, though?
Well, but a mohawk goes down. A muffin top is the
Oh.
thing that goes around your
Belly.
waist.
But okay, all right. Wow, that really is up there.
It's sort of
That's not a bad shaped head you have, Clay. It's pretty. Your head is
Army-esque.
pretty decently shaped. You have a
That's what I
very
was saying.
uniform head. You're going to be a
That's-
good bald guy.
Okay,
I mean,
Is that going to happen?
God,
in the
I would
future?
never wish that on you. I think, although, honey, bald is very sexy. Not honey, you, Clay. That would be weird. Honey, Nick, my husband, Nick, is bald.
and listeners and viewers, we have started the show at this point. This is the show.
I'm going to stop speaking now.
I wasn't sure.
I've got some volume here, which is good.
Is it gel?
It's not gel. It's a sea salt spray.
Okay.
I use that. It's the best.
Yeah.
Okay.
It gives it
Yeah.
texture, because
Yeah.
otherwise it can kind of it'll just be like a poof. It'll just go straight up. But if I give it a little, like a little bit of weight, a little bit of
zhuzh.
a zhuzh, little texture,
Zhuzh.
and
So
it does what
You're naturally curly then.
I was just about to ask, if you grow it all out, is it like 80s hair metal style?
totally. And I used to have hair down past my shoulders before, and it basically starts to curl. Now, what we have here is the wave. When it grows longer, the wave crashes over. It turns, a surfer could ride it. It turns into a full.
No. You're not talking about the wave and the claw, like the hairstyle of the 80s.
yeah.
Yeah, so women
I've seen- yeah.
in the 80s
Yeah.
would make the wave or like the claw. I don't know which one's
Oh
which.
wait, didn't you used to have both?
I did. You guys, it's Spirit Week at my gym, and Monday you had to bring in your senior photo, and it was amazing because we all have our senior photos up there, and I had the wave and the claw like in my senior photo, and so do like many other women. It felt so validating.
I'm so desperately trying to find it so I could bring it up, and I can't see it now because it was on a story.
Oh, no. Oh, yes, it was. They put it on a story. Today was wear your prom dress, and I still have mine. So I did my workout in my prom dress in 35 degrees this morning. Scott wore his tux.
Is that a humble brag to be like, I still fit in my prom dress?
Well, actually, I don't. So I actually had to wear my winter formal because it was velvet
Or
and
like
stretchy.
a cape style?
No. I had
like a
my
cape?
winter formal dress, and it was just like a stretchier thing. And then
Okay.
I brought my prom dress and made my coach put it on. I thought it needed to be represented. Like, who keeps their shit like that? I don't know why I have all that stuff. It's for my daughter, like for dress up,
You know who keeps that stuff? Donna, my mother. She has all of
because
my
you
prom
were prom
dresses.
queen? Is that your humble brag? We've done this one before. We got to move on.
You keep bringing it up. I think you should talk to your therapist about it. Also, she has like homecoming prom, like all in this old closet of hers that she kept. She thought, well, she might want to wear them one day.
She might want to work
I
out in
did.
it one day. You never
I
know.
wore it today. I wore
couldn't.
it at my engagement party. I've worn it many a times. It comes in handy over the years.
Okay,
So
well, good to know.
I just don't think our like kids should keep theirs because they're kind of like not appropriate.
Well, they're shirts. They're like a top. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not. It's not a dress. It's a shirt.
Terrible.
You don't
It's okay.
you think
Well,
it's going
hey,
to be different? You don't think
they're
it'll be
rocking 'em.
exactly the same?
Oh no, I think the
No.
fashion of the future is going to go full Mormon. I think the dresses are going to go to the ankles.
We're all gonna be trad wives.
So it's going to
Which would be nice.
swing The opposite direction?
It's definitely not. There's going to be like bikinis or something. I don't know how you can get smaller.
You can't.
But also, I have a question. So, did you ever get into like dream analysis or read any books about dreams or what they mean or anything?
But I hear
like
a
this?
dream coming on right now.
Because I'm struggling with my dream last night, and I know it's boring to talk about your dreams. I know about like your teeth fall out, you're stressed. You know, like there's like these obvious
never
ones.
have I. No,
You've never
That's
dreamed
not-
that all your teeth fell out? That's a super common one.
Oh, yeah. They fall
No.
into my mouth and I eat them.
Yes, you like chew on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's like this.
All right, keep going.
Okay.
You didn't have your teeth out.
Anyway, Blakely hates sounds. Anyway,
Any mouth noises. All right, go ahead.
Misophonia?
Misophonia.
Misophonia. Okay. So, so I have this dream where I'm walking down the street and I'm walking toward a train station and I have a baby. Like it's my baby and I'm this age. And
You
I'll
just got married.
I did.
Just saying.
Right. So the baby has, despite my age, all the typical chromosomes. So it's a baby, but it's an Indian baby, and the head is a Indian man. It's like a face of a full grown man, but it's also a baby. And so then I'm walking to the train station, trying to get to the train. I'm nursing the baby, and then I get to the train, and it's like a sleeper
You're
cart,
nursing a man.
but it's a baby, and
It's a man. It's a man,
Okay.
Can
baby.
we let her finish the dream,
okay.
please? We're at the,
So then-
the peak of the dream. I'm
So
on
I
the
get
edge of my
there.
seat. This is crazy.
And it's an overnight sleeper train, and I've got it, and there's like these bunks, but they don't have any partitions, and and they've put me up on the top, and I'm like, I have a baby, I can't sleep on the top bunk. What if the baby rolls off? And then there's these two men standing down from me, looking at me, just shaking their head, going, "Ugh, I'm so sick of her complaining." And then I woke up. That means something, right? Like I can't shake it. I'm like, what is happening to me?
I'm not laughing at your dream. I'm laughing that you
no.
wake up from this dream and you probably turn to Nick and you're like, is this worth bringing up at all?
I did.
Should I say
He
anything?
laughed so hard. He's like, hon, I don't even think we should dissect that. I think you just let that one go. You took a little Nyquil last night, which I did because my cough is still here. No, he said blame it on the Nyquil.
Okay,
It was
it's a NyQuil dream. That
hallucinogenic
explains
dream.
everything.
Yeah.
Does
that
it?
makes
Okay.
a lot more sense.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 I
I,
don't-
was thinking of some kind of like post-conference dream force, like all those people. Maybe there was someone
Needing,
you saw, and it became your
judging.
baby, and then there's like these complaining men because we
Yeah.
talk about women getting the like raw in the stick all the time. Like, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, but it's stuck with me, and the face still sticks with me. It was cute though, and it talked in this sweet little. Anyway, it was
Okay.
Yeah, what did you dream about last night?
Weird.
I don't really retain my dreams very often.
No, that's good.
don't.
That's a sign of good sleeping, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a pretty decent sleeper these days. I wasn't always. It took getting rid of the corporate world to start sleeping. But once I did that, man, I got 8 hours a night.
Sleep like
No.
a baby. Yeah.
Do you want to know what I'm doing tonight?
Yes. Concert.
Normally I would say yes to that, but tonight, no, because
What?
I'm going to Casa Bonita.
Okay. Is it Casa Bonita?
Well, it is. And so
Right.
I'm going to wear my costume and everything.
That's so fun. Have you
Casa
been
Bonita.
since they redid
Not
it?
since South Park took it over.
It's so much better. I grew up going to that place, and
What is this? What are we
oh
talking
my
about?
goodness, Casa
So
Bonita.
Yeah, what's Casa
you
Bonita?
are basically not a
that's
Colorado
sad.
citizen unless you've eaten at Casa Bonita. It's like, so it is like a, you know how they have those carnivals that show up in a town and it's kind of fun, but not like Disneyland, which is like fancy.
Right. You're kind of putting your life at risk every time you hop on the ride because
Yeah,
there's a good
Casa-
chance it's going to just spin right off
Yeah.
of the axle. Yeah.
I feel like Casa Bonita is
Kinda like that.
the carnival version of entertainment restaurants. And so you go in
Okay.
and you get your tray and you get like your enchiladas and your flag, and then you sit at your table.
The flag is to refill your food.
your sopapillas and your beer.
okay.
You basically, those can go up and down.
Okay.
And you sit around this waterfall, and then they have like cliff divers jumping in.
Oh, okay. I know exactly what you're
Yeah.
talking about now. I've heard of this.
Because you've seen the South Park episode, right?
Yes.
No, because I wasn't allowed to watch South Park. And whenever I try to watch South Park, I'm like, I think I missed the boat on this. I think I wasn't.
Yeah, it's for a special thing. So
That's beside
I
the
used
point.
to go there. And so now, I mean, the magic show is like fully on. Like, remember how it was so sad when it was all broken down and it's like the magic show was like, no one's there. And it was like, everything's like out of order. It's all functioning now. But the craziest thing, and tell me if you do not see this, the stalagmite, stalactite cave where you walk
Black
in.
Bart's Cave?
No, not Black Bart's Cave. It's on another part. It's down by the magic show where you've got you know what stalagmites and stalactites are?
Yeah, I do. One's come up, one's come down, right?
Yeah, mighty. The ones that come from the ground are the mighty ones, and then the other ones hang down. They are penises.
Oh, are they bending offs?
I don't know. They made them look like like I kid you not.
What?
I there's a
It's
picture of
just
me like
making
jumping
buildings.
on one.
Yeah.
No, I think it's
they're not.
South Park being funny. Okay, you tell me.
You think they really are?
I really think they tried to make them look like penises.
What are their names? What are South Park? Troy and Matt, right? Troy and Matt.
And I really
Find out.
we can put a link of this picture of me in the show. No, we're not going to do that. But I did jump on. It's funny. Tell me what you think. If you think they look like penises or if it's just
I
me.
can't wait. I have not been since the takeover.
The food's a little better.
I
but
would be willing
fun.
to put the picture up here on the show and have it censored. And then based on the censored image, people could decide. But
whether or not it looked like a penis.
yeah.
Wait, why would it need to be censored? It's like a statue at a restaurant. We didn't censor. Censor.
I would say I would say because
I think he's saying what I was doing to it should be censored, if I understood you correctly.
I didn't know you were doing anything to this.
What are
thing.
you talking about? Did I miss this part of the conversation?
I jumped on it and it was funny.
Oh. I did miss that. How did I miss that the
It's
first
funny.
time?
I'll show you later. It's a funny picture.
Okay.
It's
You
all
really
good
put
fun.
the bone in Bonita, huh?
That was funny, Claire. Dad joke.
Thanks. I'm just uncomfortable.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can.
That'll be fun.
Switch gears.
Send pictures of you with a stalagmite.
Not sure you're gonna get that picture.
I'm gonna get it.
I'm gonna get it.
I'm gonna get
It
it.
is
If I have to
my
follow you
18th
down there and
birthday,
sneak
so-
in. By the way, fully don't bring anything metal because it's like full on metal detector now. Like
What?
Yes. They made my friend go back and put away her wine opener that she had in her purse because it was metal. So it feels
That's
a
a
little
weapon.
sketchy. Yeah.
That's a weapon.
Interesting. Corkscrews, man. Corkscrews are weapons.
Yeah. And
For sure.
But they hand you a knife at dinner. I mean, I'm assuming
It's
they
probably
give
like
you-
an airplane knife. You know how like airplanes only give you the plastic knives and then you got like the metal forks, but you're like, a metal fork I could do so much more damage with than a plastic knife. You know what I
Okay,
mean? Like,
yeah. I guess it is like a
Yeah.
theater. It's like a ticketed, theater event. That does make sense. I go through metal detectors for shows. It makes sense.
yeah.
there's a
this
lot of
is
hiding spots
tacos
in there
and
too. If you
enchiladas.
wanted to do bad things in Casa Bonita, you definitely could.
We were talking about Scott doing cliff diving for his retirement job, and he really can't do a cliff dive, but he has the world's biggest splash for what do you call it when you jump into
Cannonball.
Cannonball. My husband has the biggest cannonball of all times, like breaks
Yeah.
records. I promise. And we're like,
Really?
wouldn't that be fun when you're
Those
eating
triceps.
your tacos? Is someone cannonball and splashing you?
Oh, it does sound fun. I bet he could juggle his fire there, though. They'd
He
be
could
all
juggle
about
his
that.
Yeah, that'd be very cool.
Yeah.
Do you guys go to events like this hoping they pick you, for like the volunteer section? If they're like, we need one volunteer.
That
Then
is
raise
such a
your
great
hand.
question
Do you
because yes and no.
Heather,
It's like,
yes.
but I want it, but I don't want it. It's like I want to be chosen, but I don't want to get up there. But I get nervous every time they start scanning the crowd.
Yeah.
Do you?
Get nervous?
You would be great up there.
Oh, thanks. So would
Yeah.
you. Is it too late? Is it too late for us?
I'm
We
going to
could-
try tonight.
You could be the
The
gorilla.
magic show.
Yeah.
I feel like you would be a perfect pick because they want to find
like-
someone who's like not gonna, that is like, okay, I have experience, I'm comfortable, I'll get up on stage, I've done this
Yes.
before, it's fine. And They're like,
And I'll follow your rules and I won't
totally
show your sleight of hand trick that you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't reveal it.
Yeah.
Are you saying that to dig at me? Because that's what I did in my job in Mexico. Did I tell you that story?
About? No. What? I can't believe you. Your mom was right. So you guys, Heather's mom told Heather to stop being so mean to me. Do you realize what you just said? You started your sentence. Like you started your sentence. Like, are you trying to take a dig at me? I was trying to listen to you. Just saying.
I do have one last thing I'd like to end on, which is some good news. I don't know if you knew this fact, but this is our 10th episode of our podcast.
Yes.
Making it to 10 episodes is a huge deal in the podcasting world. Over 90% of podcasts do not make it past the 10th episode.
Shut the front door.
Out.
Yeah.
Really?
We're there.
So it's
Does that mean we win? Like, what happens now?
Well,
do we make money?
You're
Do
winning.
we get rich? I'm going to be down to get rich off it.
Yeah.
So, okay. So here's how it breaks down. If you make it past 3 episodes, you're in the top 50%.
Okay.
That's sad.
50% of podcast. It's hard though. Wouldn't you say it's very hard to make a show?
I would say it's very hard.
It's way harder than I ever thought it would be.
There's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3.
3 is 50%. So half of podcasts end after the 3rd episode.
Okay.
At 10 episodes,
Yeah.
you hit the 90% mark, where 90% of shows do not make it past episode 10.
Really?
Yeah.
We should show up next week just because.
What episode do you think after that do you make it into the top 1%?
20. I'm going to say 20.
20?
Is it 50? Is it 50?
50? It's 21.
21?
Yes!
Oh,
21.
Just so you know, we are booked through that. We have speakers booked through the end of the year. We are into
do?
January. We are hot
Good
potatoes.
job,
we are
Blakely.
at 21.
yes.
Mother effer, we are in the 1%.
Well, we're not
That's
quite in the 1%
exciting.
yet, but we're planned to be in the 1%.
Oh,
We're
I
booked.
just meant
We're
as,
booked
like,
to be.
Yeah.
we're booked. Solid.
Yeah, what a downer. He like brings us up and then he's like, no, don't get too excited.
So pragmatic. All right.
You're just, and
No,
also
that-
we haven't made it past the 10th episode. We're only maybe like 15, 18 minutes in. So
It's true.
Okay.
see how we do.
Shoot. We're 15, 18 minutes. That's too long. Let's get
We'll
Mo
cut
in
half
here.
that banter.
Yeah, we're going to cut that. We got to get to the 10th episode. We have to bring our guest on and make it official.
let's do
It's
it.
so exciting though. Good job,
Yeah.
friend.
Good job.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah. Thanks, Clay.
All right. Shall we?
We shall.
Okay. There's a lot of acronyms in this intro. We're just going to not do Clay's rule of acronym defining until our guest comes on, okay?
Blakely did
Just
not
saying.
clear this with me before we started. But anyway, please continue.
I know. I did. Here we go. Our guest today is Maureen Berkner Boyt, the founder and CEO of C2IQ. She has leveraged the power of technology to build scalable and measurable learning platforms, including Everyday Inclusion and C2IQ. She's the recipient of the Colorado Technology Association 2023 Entrepreneur of the Year Award. Oh, wow. That's impressive. Has been a leader and advisor for the Fortune 500 on their culture and employee experience strategies. And my favorite part of this intro, her daily mantra is rock your moxy and do the next right thing. So Mo, welcome to Not All Business. Hi everyone, Blakely here. This episode of Not All Business is brought to you by yours truly, where strategist Cindy Fergard helps growth-minded leaders navigate pivotal moments with confidence. I worked with Cindy when I was CEO of TaskRay, and she's what I call a CEO whisperer. She helped us execute a complete brand pivot, boosted me up as a leader, and set us up to hit aggressive growth targets that led to our successful exit. Whether you've hit a growth plateau or you're evolving your company, maybe you're at a career crossroads, yours truly provides the strategic guidance you need, because what got you here won't always get you where you want to go. So sometimes you need a Cindy to help push you forward. Visit itsyourstruly.com and mention Not All Business for a complimentary strategy consultation. Okay, back to the show.
It is phenomenal to be here.
Aw,
Yay.
thank you, Mo, for being here. You're so fun already. Just look at your fun background and all of your books and all of your awards. That's no joke, that award. When you said, "Oh wow, Blakely," I was like, I knew that,
know.
but like hearing it again, I'm like, man,
know.
that is impressive. How did you get that? Were you nominated for that? I'm like, did you know you were kind of up for it, or what was the process there?
I've been a bridesmaid so many times.
So close.
And so I was nominated. But actually, in 2023, I was like, no, this is the year. It's happening.
You knew it.
Yeah.
It's time.
I knew it. It was time.
Yeah.
I've been a bridesmaid too many times.
Yeah, you're like,
And we've done some really phenomenal stuff. So
yeah, is it time? But I deserve it. All right. I also love this part. Rock your moxy. So tell me about that. What does it mean to
Yeah.
rock your moxy?
yeah, I think so first, just like what does moxie mean? I think
Yeah.
that is right. It's about having spirit and spunk and courage and backbone and being bold and determined. And I found myself in my mid 30s in a boardroom with a bunch of middle-aged white guys, all great guys, a bunch of
Oh,
them
imagine that.
Yeah, right. Shocking. And I looked around and I realized that I was trying to be a middle-aged white guy.
Oh,
And at that point in time, I was like, you know what? I'm never going to be as good a middle-aged white guy as them because I'm not one. And so from here on out, I'm showing up as authentically me. And that meant rocking my moxie. That meant being bold. That meant taking risks. That meant showing up fully. It means not being afraid to have some fun while also doing really serious work and just bringing it. I think,
Yeah.
as far as we know, we got one spin around this life. And I don't want to die in regret that I didn't rock my moxie.
I love that.
I love
it
that so much. So I want to back up
Jinxed
just a
by me,
little
Coke.
bit. Sorry. I want to back up to how you noticed that you were trying to be a middle-aged white guy. Like, what was it that you noticed about your actions that were counter to who you were, or just that you noticed the similarities or striving toward specifically? Can you give me like a couple examples of what that looked like?
Yeah, when I realized I have a running commentary of jokes in my head, or right, that I was like censoring, like I wasn't being as funny as I usually am. I wasn't dropping the F-bomb. I wasn't challenging things the way I did when I wasn't sitting in those boardrooms or sitting in those meetings.
Yeah.
Like I was dimming my shine.
Do you know why? Like, you just said you had a running commentary of jokes. That's your moxie. When I am sitting in a room with a bunch of middle-aged white guys, I'm just sitting there paranoid thinking about what's my next sentence. Is it going to sound smart enough? Is it going to have the right words? And so all your headspace is like, how do I fit in? How do I fit in? How do I fit in? So of course you're not rocking your moxie, right? Like, it's impossible.
One of the things that I do with particularly young women and anybody that's marginalized around that whole imposter syndrome bullshit is I have, like, if you're thinking like, oh, I'm not going to say my thing because I don't think it's as smart. I don't think it's as valuable. I don't think it's as, I tell people to spend 10 minutes in a meeting and rate what people are saying on a scale of 1 to 5.
Ooh.
How smart was that? How intuitive is that? How much did that add to the conversation? And then if people are dinging 5 all the time, make sure you're saying something really, really incredible. I guarantee most of the time you're going to be, that was a 2. That was a 2. It was maybe a 3. 1. They hit a 4. And you start to see what dudes are saying is not that earth-shattering.
Right.
Jump in there, because if you're not sharing your brilliance, nobody is going to know that you've got that brilliance inside you. And so if you use that tactic, I mean, it is pretty much foolproof. I've never had somebody come back and say, "Oh my gosh, I'm sitting in a room of really brilliant people and I really shouldn't be there." It's more like, "Oh my gosh, working with a bunch of idiots. I should
speak up." So how much of that is, when you're communicating, would you say what percentage is what you're saying, the actual words, versus the confidence with which you speak those words. And, how would you say that rates, like, importance wise?
Yeah, I mean, we know this. There's been so much research done on this, right? It's almost all visual. It's almost all body language and tone and how you're holding yourself. Now, I think there's also, we don't want to say, this is what a leader looks like, right? Because you can be, right? That's where we start to say women have to show up like middle-aged white guys. I think they're like the people that knock my socks off that I listen to are like the quiet confidence, right? Like where they're just sitting there and they are owning their space, but not like in a bro coming at you owning their space. They're
Right.
It's that. So you don't have to be flexing. You have to be sitting right in your moxy.
Yeah. I love that. Blakely, did you hear that? You don't have to be flexing. Blakely's always flexing. She's always flexing, like physically
I've never
flexing.
flexed on this pod. Well, I did once.
Roll it back. You definitely
did
have.
once.
Did you just
No,
flex about how you've never flexed on this show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need to, Clay, because I can quiet flex all day long.
She flexes on the inside. That's so stupid.
Oh my gosh. Okay, giggles. Can we stop the Heather question train for a second? We got to back up.
That's a fair
C2IQ.
fair.
What does C2IQ stand for? I think I know what the IQ stands for. My IQ tells me I know.
Yeah.
But
So latest company is C2IQ, and we make human risk as measurable as financial risk. We do that with an assessment that is on two core skills: change, starts with a C, resilience, and human connection, starts with a C. So change and connection. So what's your C2IQ, right?
got it.
How skilled are you at change, resilience, and human connection?
Okay. And does this have anything to do with this phenomenon of the quiet cracking that we teased out in the introduction and investigating that or detecting it early in companies? Or what's your position on that?
Yeah, 100%. So one of the things that I joke and say that I am unemployable. I am an entrepreneur's entrepreneur, right? So I've spent a good part of my career making work not suck, right? And doing that through culture, right? How do you create cultures where people can show up and do their best work, right? And thrive and not dim their shine and have their voice be heard. And one of the things that I'm doing in solving that problem is always looking for how we can scale, right? Where are different ways that we can do that? And I was paying attention because of my own crisis, 2024, that could not have ended quickly enough. And I was paying attention to the stories that people were telling me, where people, like in particular, high-performing women who had gotten their families and their businesses through COVID, right? They'd shifted work from home. They'd done all the policies, right? They had held it all together, and 2023 and 24 broke them. That it was just too much for too long. And I was one of those people. And then I started looking at the data and looking at the neuroscience and all of the things that were behind this, and saw, particularly right now when everybody is terrified that AI is going to take their job, they're not going to quit, right? And they don't necessarily want people to know that they're either, I mean, there's so many terms now, job hugging, but there's this.
I don't know this one.
Yeah, right. Where I hate it here and I'm going to stay. Because everybody that's out there looking is telling me there's nothing, and AI is taking the jobs, and it is.
Yeah, it's a real threat.
It's a real threat. The idea behind this was how, and this, I won't wonk out on neuroscience because I'll go down that rabbit hole so fast. But in a nutshell, we get really dumb during change because we're in amygdala hijack. And then we have prefrontal cortex overload after too much change for too long. So we get fatigued and burnt out. And so the level of change that's happened since 2019, humans aren't built for it. And so it was really looking to solve at the same time the human connection. We are in a crisis of loneliness at work. 2/3 of people are feeling lonely. KPMG last week released a study. Oh my gosh, 99% of people said that they would be totally open to having an AI buddy at work, right? A trusted friend, companion, because 2/3 of people are lonely at work.
No,
Wow.
people. No.
Wow.
There is no replacement for human connection. I want to stop right now and understand who is saying that.
Yeah, right. Shocking.
Accountants.
We're seeing
All the accountants.
yeah. Well, and the age of burnout right now,
Yeah.
average age for millennials and below is 25, 17,
The average age of burnout?
25 years old.
I
17,
don't know if that's super new for. I had my first burnout at 30, and I had my second one at 45, I think.
What was your first burnout? Where were you? What was going on?
I was working for a Salesforce consulting firm, and it was scaling very rapidly. For perspective, I think I was employee 9 or 12 or somewhere around there. And they ultimately exited to IBM for $500 million, huge, massive growth. And so I was around the clock. I had clients, I'm on a middle of the night call with Japan. I'm flying out to Amsterdam. I'm sitting at one market at Salesforce and just around the clock, clients.
Yeah.
And I woke up and I'm like, I'm 30. I'm single. I'm lonely as hell. I'm never going to meet someone this way. I want kids. The clock was ticking. And I just didn't know what my purpose was. I had no clue. So I quit. I quietly quit.
But was that
quit.
a 24-hour decision, or was that in your mind over 3 months how you were going to quit? Or was it just you hit a wall and you're like, I'm done. Sorry, I'm out.
I hit a wall. I knew when I hit the wall, it was somewhat strategic in that I got bonused out, right? And so I knew when my bonus was going to be. And so I had a 3-month plan to quit right after that check. And it was funny, my employer caught wind of it. This is brilliant, by the way. This is a hint. Well, this is actually kind of weird now that I say it out loud. But you know how
Podcast exclusive. Let's go.
Was it at the hotel room when he was in his boxer shorts? Was it that? It was?
No.
Oh,
No.
your face was, I was like,
No.
oh, damn.
No, this is a different
Okay.
story.
Different boss.
Different time. But they did catch wind that I was going to quit, and we got into a bidding war. So the consulting company and Salesforce was in a bidding war, oh, we'll give you this money. We'll give you this money. We're going to give you more raise. We'll give you more raise. And it was really flattering and nice because all of a sudden I could be making twice as much as I was making. But I think it goes to show I was so burnt out. I could give a rat's ass about how much money they were going to offer me. But then my current employer knew how much I cared about. This sounds like the vain, vapid part. About
I thought that was the last
routine.
10 seconds. Oh,
No,
okay.
no.
Now, okay.
I invest a lot in my skincare routine. And so he sent me a box. He found out what products I used and sent me a box of them. And we're talking $50 face cream. And he sent me a dozen face creams, washes. It was crazy.
Wow.
But it really felt so personal and thoughtful about, I was like, oh, maybe I should stay. And I was like, nah, give me my bonus check. I'm out. So I left.
Okay. I think you got the question wrong. I just feel like.
What question?
When was your sad, low burnout? And you're like, well, it was when these billion-dollar companies were fighting over me and throwing all this money. And then when the other side was sending me boxes of face cream. And it was hard because I just didn't know
But
which
I was
way
burnt
to
out.
go.
I was lonely. I was single.
Okay.
I was sad. I couldn't work anymore. It was terrible.
Is the
Trust me,
point
I
of the
did.
story that the companies really didn't care that much and maybe weren't even prepared to even handle that type of conversation that you're burned out. So you didn't say anything. You're just like, I'm ready to quit. I'm going to get out of here. There's no way this is going to be fixed. They're not going to listen to me. I'm not going to be valued in that way.
It's interesting. In my 30s, I didn't really think about companies giving a rat's ass about burning out. I don't think we cared back then. That was on me, right? It felt like it was on me. Now, second time around,
I hope it's better. I hope it's
No,
more
I think
relatable.
it was worse. Oh, my story. I don't have,
Yeah,
have
I hope it's a better burnout story. I was under my desk crying after I had to fire 2 people who were married to each other, by the way, in a riff. See how
Wait,
sad that
what?
is?
But that's not burnout.
Yeah, it is. Well, because of everything surrounding it, I'm saying.
That's a job you had to do. I'm just,
It's true.
my point is like, that was the 30s was the era of Office Space, right? Like we all
The
got,
movie Office Space?
yes, the movie
Yes,
Office Space.
so
Like we
good.
got rage, we hit computers, we quit, we left, we went and worked at the place with the flare. We just went and took care of ourselves. And then over time, it's gotten progressively worse. I don't know why it's gotten progressively worse, but I do think it's like worse now. And so by second burnout, it felt like companies should care and companies should recognize it because of the statistic that Mo just gave. I also came across, where is the number? I wrote it down somewhere, this Fortune article, which I kind of call bullshit on this statistic, but I'm going to read it anyway. It said there's a $438 billion loss in global productivity just in 1 year from quiet cracking. This is, again, Fortune article.
I see that because
where's that number based out of?
I don't know, people who are like, what did you say, Mo? Like frozen, like dumb and also paralyzed? What about the amygdala?
100%. And
Yeah.
I can get to like why it is the rate of change, right? Just 5 years ago, companies had 2 planned changes. Now it's 10. And then if you look at how the world is changing outside, our brain doesn't know the difference between. We really are walking around with lizard brains. Like we think that we're these higher order thinkers, and we're not. And so we have all of the change that's happening. We have political unrest around the globe. We have people that it's in their best interest if we're hating our neighbors, right? Because then it's getting them clicks and it's getting different things. So we are in a state of constant, our brain feels like we are under constant attack. And so why is it worse, right? And so people are cracking. You can't think about your worst days. You're not showing up. You literally cannot show up from a neurobiological standpoint and do good work. And so we've got this epidemic of change fatigue and disconnect and disengagement, and those 2 things crashing together, the quiet, and then people desperate to keep a paycheck. And so they are not going to let their employer know, right, how bad they are, because when the next riff comes, oh, well, she's a pain in the ass, right? She's
reduction in force.
Yeah, she's got all of these things happening. She's going to be on the chopping block.
On the list.
Yeah. And I mean, that was really that out of me just kind of paying attention, right? And listening to people's stories and my own story. It was really, how do we give people a path forward? How do we give people agency in all of this? And that is, right, how do people understand that they can become change resilient? That those are hard and fast skills. And part of it was just for me really to understand and be able to say, how can I walk myself out of these dark woods?
So can we dig into that a little bit, Mo? Would you tell us like your burnout and what those dark woods look like for you and how you came out the other side?
I think what's really interesting, and particularly with people who have spent their whole life being high performers, we generally, I wrote some books years ago, and I had a chapter about, right, you can't be a superhero. You have to build your own Justice League. Right. And a part of that is we get to where we are because we're problem solvers, because we're the ones that get shit done, because we're the ones that, And there comes a point in time when things hit hard and fast. And for me, it was, I had some really scary, significant health issues pop up that ended up being nothing. But, one of them was a brain tumor that could have been a real thing because of a family history. Didn't end up being that, but thanks to our healthcare system,
Thank goodness.
I spent 4 months not knowing.
Wow.
We were kind of tip of the spear. I won't get political, but a lot of the tech that we used to have was around inclusion. And so somehow that became a dirty word. So I was watching our clients cry as they were telling us that they couldn't renew, even though they loved our product. They were seeing results because of politics. I could keep going. Like, it was just like too many things, and none of my skills were working. Right. Like normally I'm like, okay, I'm going to go hug some trees. I'm going to get outside. I'm going to meditate more. I'm going to like up my steps. I'm going to go out with friends. I'm going to do these things. And literally I couldn't get metaphorically up off the floor.
Yeah. You were just shut down.
I had nothing left to give. And it was when I started crying every day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
Like, just like the things that I was like, this is like, I hit rock bottom. And I'm incredibly lucky that I have a partner who saw me through that, right? Like, it was like, had my back on everything. And I told him, like, our 30th anniversary, like, as I'm crying, like, I love you so much, and I know I suck to be married to this year. And every year we have a thing where we re-up. We say, like, are you in for another year?
With your partner? That's amazing.
Yeah. So every year on our anniversary, we tell each other, we ask, are you in for another year? And so for 31 years, we've said yes. And if you say yes, you can't bail during that. You're in for another year, right? So then we're going to work through anything that comes up. It's great.
What a cool thing to do on your anniversary.
I love
All we
that.
do is trade chores for a month, and we decide their chores suck worse than our chores. So.
I love that you have chores. Of course you have chores. So was there ever a year where that was hard to say yes? Or where you were like, I'm going to say this, but I don't want to say this? Or, 30 years is a long time. And I've read before, like, it's like if you stay in a marriage that long, you are kind of marrying the same person. You're choosing to marry that person over and over as they change and evolve into a new person. So in a way, you are marrying different people over the years, because if you're evolving, you're changing and growing. And is that still a fit?
100%.
Yeah.
I could do a whole, we could do a whole thing on healthy, strong marriages. And I could send you the notes from a couple of nieces that I've married in terms of, but I think it is one of those things that is about adaptability too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is one of those change resilient skills. You apply those same skills to marriage, to relationships, to business, to the people that you work with, and adaptability, right? And optimism as a skill set. People often consider that as a mindset, but it's really a skill set, and it can be measured. What are those skills, and how do you lean into those skills? So to answer your question, Heather, no, there's never been a year that it's been hard. I still, like, the best decision I ever made was my husband. And because, right, he's there when I had an absolute shit year, right? To have a spouse that's crying every day as her business is going off a cliff and health issues, and to just be steady on. There are days, but then I'm like, damn it, I upped for a year. Right? Like, nothing is rosy forever, like all the time. If it is, then you're not being honest with yourself. But I think there is that, how are you adapting and growing and learning together, and applying those same things to business partnerships, right? To the people on your team. I think that these are humanly, like, they are uniquely human skills. And there's skills that we can get better at. I think that's the piece that for me, when I was doing the research, not just because again, I like to look around corners in terms of what are the gaps, what are we not solving for in the work experience, and seeing this epidemic of change fatigue and burnout. It's like, well, how can I help solve that? And that was actually the thing that helped me come out of my burnout was creating, right? Creating something unique and new that would help to solve.
So let's dig into that a little bit, because I think if I could go back in the few times where I've experienced burnout, I wish I would have recognized the signs earlier.
Oh, hell yes.
Because I think I didn't have to go down the hole as far as I did. So what are a couple of early indicators of burnout in your experience?
Yeah, I think they're so different for different people. I think it is for me when I wasn't, when work was starting to feel like a grind. Because again, I'm an entrepreneur, like I'm my own boss, right? And when I was not getting any joy, even when we were hearing these incredible stories and getting case studies and people saying this tech is like changing my team, it's changed my life. I was like, whatever.
Jeez, seriously. Yeah.
Right. Like that was should have been an early sign to me.
Yeah.
When the things, when I started to not really like, I'm willing to dance anytime, anywhere. I dance frequently in my house. I have a karaoke machine. I will turn on the strobe lights and dance around singing.
I love this is why we're friends. Yes.
And when I wasn't, like the karaoke was getting dusty in the corner. When I was thinking it was just exhausting to have conversations with people.
Yeah.
Right? Like all of those pieces. And again, I am incredibly privileged in the fact that I had a great partner, and have a great partner. And I don't work a minimum wage job, right? Like I had the opportunity to actually bonk, right? I took a sabbatical. I spent a week up in a friend's cabin. I didn't have any tech, any humans. I just sat there, right? And just cried when I needed to cry and journaled and got my shit together.
This is why I think it's different now, though. Like when I was talking about that earlier burnout, I get it. Like I had a ton of privilege and opportunity, and I knew that. Like I felt it. I knew I could come back from a sabbatical and return. And so maybe it was less burnout. It was just like, I need a break, right? And because there was opportunity abound. The second burnout, Mo, I'm just like nodding my head. That's exactly how I felt. And I put on 40 pounds in 1 year. I mean, talk about stress eating. I was not sleeping. I would just sit in my room quiet away just because I couldn't even handle anything. So all those things. But when I think about the environment now, it's happening to young people in such a different way because they don't know that they're going to get a job again. Like, I think that's like the change in what you're saying of this time is it's not just striking us at our middle age when we're like the breadwinner or whatever. It's striking our kids. Like they're burning out. Yes.
At 25.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That was the stat you gave.
17 years earlier, right, than average, 25. And that is a factor of our environment, right? Of the speed and rate of change, right? We are neurobiologically not designed for this. We are not designed for social media and gaming and the things that, unless there's actually great research, people that are gaming where they're actually in conversation with people, right? Where they're teaming that's actually, that's really
Discord and stuff. Yeah.
Versus the solo gaming. But people, like, we're in a loneliness epidemic. I said almost epidemic. We're in a loneliness academic epidemic. And so it's all these factors coming together. And so it really is, how do you not let it get so far? And then how can we give people agency and control?
Yeah, but how do we personally not let it get that far, or how do we as leaders not let it get that far? Is it my responsibility to detect and like protect myself from my own burnout, or is it a leader's responsibility to protect our teams? And like, how do we help them before they get there?
Yeah, that's an and.
Yeah.
This is not a false choice. So as an individual, right, what are the things that I'm doing to ensure that I'm taking care of my mental health? And that, I want to take this back, because this was the light bulb for me, that these are actual skills to get better at. There are a set of change, resilience, and human connection skills that you can learn, you can lean into, right? You can say, maybe I'm not great at optimism, right? That is a skill set. How can I, right? It's like muscles there. I did the flex. We said, right? Problem solving confidence, persistence, all of those things can be learned. And so I think when people understand that human connection, I can learn social warmth. I can learn conversational engagement. I can learn empathy and listening. I can learn psychological safety. And so it's creating awareness, right? And then saying, how am I leaning into this? How am I getting better at these things so that I am better at change and I am better at connection? So that I understand that neurobiologically it's going to make me dumb and it's going to make me scared. If I can be better at cycling through that, I can get back to being smart and I can get back to feeling really connected. And so as leaders, it's also, right, we don't want to spot the signs, we want to prevent. We were talking about this a bit ago, Blakely, where we were talking about not growth at all costs.
Yeah. You want me to get on my soapbox, and that most businesses are A, not life or death, and B, the second companies take on investors is the second you are on a different mission, and it's typically not your people. And there is just a way we can run our companies at a different pace and still be profitable and still be sustainable. And that would be my theory of why we're seeing so much of what's going on today. So we just aren't building cultures on people and a sustainable pace with sustainable profit.
Well, it's the Chick-fil-A model, right? Or what's the other one? Not Home Goods, but the Hobby Lobby, or where they have Sundays off for the entire company, no matter what, and they're always like one of the top-rated things. It's possible.
It is possible, but it's just a slower pace. And what the F is wrong with a slower pace? That's the soapbox.
Well, right. There's all the research coming. There's all the research coming out on 4-day work weeks. There are, right, the whole 8-hour day, right? That was made up. That was to get rid of child labor law, right? Child labor. Right? So we're literally trying not to kill children. Like none of the way we have work designed. And so I think there is how do you model things as a leader, right? In terms of how do you pay attention? How do you have some metrics measuring these things? And I was talking about measuring windshield, not rear view, right? If you're doing an employee engagement survey, that's already done. If you are doing exit interviews, too late. You need to be interviewing the stay interviews. Why are you staying with us?
That's fun.
Right. And having roundtables with groups of people where you're just like, hey, how's change feeling around here? How's connection feeling around here? How's the culture? What can we do? What should we start? What should we stop? Right. What should we continue? What sucks? Right. If you could wave a magic wand, what are the things that we could make better? I keep on my desk, it's an old book, an oldie but a goodie, Small Giants. It was written 20 years ago, and it's companies that choose to be great instead of big.
Yes.
And, right, that it is about how do you become good for your employees, good for your community. Oh, shockingly, the business results are there, right? Again, there's so much data that somehow it's been shown as we think of it as soft, and it's not soft at all. You can't. AI can do a lot of the automated stuff. You still have the 30% humans in the loop that if those people are not cared for, right, feel like they are heard, seen, and valued, you're getting dumb, scared people working for you.
Exactly. That's so well said. We are starting to run out of time, but before we let you go, Mo, I want to ask, like, if you had to sum up your success. You've had so much success. I know that you were beaten down in this most recent turn in the DEI stuff, but you have helped Fortune 500 companies. You have been at the top of your game, and then you got kind of crushed down, and then you stood back up, and you have pivoted again and again. So if you could kind of sum up your secret to success personally, what would you say?
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that made last year so hard, because one of the secrets to my success is I'm gritty as fuck.
Love it.
Amen.
Yep.
Right? Like
Grit.
It's one of those things where persistence. Sorry, I don't know. You're probably Clay. You're probably gonna have to edit that out.
Oh
we
no,
don't.
we don't.
No,
That
that's
is staying.
absolutely safe.
Yeah, it is one of those that, I love a good challenge, and so, but it's that coupled with curiosity. I'm just innately curious about how to make things better. That it is, I think, the whole thing about, find your passion, blah, blah, blah. I think that's bullshit.
Oh my gosh, it's such bullshit. Thank you for saying that out loud. Gosh.
I think it actually paralyzes a lot of people in terms of not like, what's my passion? I don't know what my passion is. I should have a passion. It's like, you don't know what your passion is. What you're going to find is what you're good at. Right.
Yeah.
And then what lights you up. And that's going to leave breadcrumbs, and you're going to build along those breadcrumbs along the way, where suddenly you are working on purpose, right? Something that lights you up that you might be really passionate about. But it's not, for most people, it doesn't come and like knock you on the head. And so there's that curiosity piece of, how can I make things better? How can I make work better? What's Heather like? How does she tick? How can I be thinking about this differently? Like, I'm just innately, like, I'm like a 2-year-old, right? About everything. Why? What? Why? Tell me more. And community. I've always loved being around really smart, funny people who challenge me. And so when I kind of piece together like this collage of what I've done, right? It's the grit and the curiosity and the community, like, and connection, that has just led me to, oh, well, there's this. I have, you could either say that I've had 5 successful businesses, or I've had 5 failed businesses, depending on how you look at it.
Perspective, right?
Yeah. And so I think there's also that, the willingness to be, the curiosity and the grit combined to be able to say, this isn't working.
That's fantastic. I have loved this conversation so much, Mo, and even though I've known you for a while now, I've learned even more. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for being vulnerable with us. When I think about what we've talked through today, it just really resonates, this concept of being honest with ourselves as individual employees, being honest with ourselves as leaders into what kind of mental state we are in. And thank you for acknowledging the change, because when you said that, it's like, well, yes, that's why I feel like this. Like, thank you, someone, for acknowledging what we've been through and where we're also headed in this really uncertain, unknown, things changing by the day all around us from a technology perspective feels different. And I'm Gen X, and it still feels different than anything so far. This is very different than just the internet. I mean, the uncertainty at scale is bigger than it's ever been. And so taking that fact and acknowledging how our brains are impacted by that is fascinating to me. And so leaders, you are missing the whole thing if you just try to push your people harder for fear of losing their jobs, because they are afraid. This is not the time to exploit that. This is the time to dig into that. This is the time to enable them make, like to Mo's point, a proactive plan to avoid burnout ahead of time instead of dealing with after the fact. If this is resonating with you at all, please reach out to Mo at C2IQ. She's got product behind this that can help. She's got consulting behind this that can help, and she gets it. This is a brain thing. This isn't just a fluffy, warm and fuzzy kind of soft skills thing. This is actually how our brains are working and what's happening. So don't miss out on that. Thank you so much, Mo, for being here. Before I let you go, we do have one quick little question that we ask all of our guests, and we answer it ourselves, which is, what brought a smile to your face this week? So I'll give you a second to think about it, do you already know? I feel like you were already going to say something.
Well, it was our 31st anniversary.
Okay.
Did you want
That's the right answer. Yeah. Are you in? Are you in for another year?
Are you in?
In for another year.
Yes.
Emphatically in for another year.
Oh, that's wonderful. How'd you guys celebrate?
Like we're dorks. We spend the day planning, right? What are our goals?
Oh my gosh. That's
Have a
so
little
cute.
retreat.
What are our goals as an individual? What are our goals as a couple? What are our goals for our family? And then what are our business, health, all the things. And then we went out and had a phenomenal tequila flight.
Okay. Now you're talking. Now you're talking.
I was going to say, that sounds very sweet. Can you imagine if the answer was Casa Bonita?
See you tonight.
Nice callback. All right. Who else wants to go?
Today it was my son's 18th birthday, and he got
birthday,
a letter in the mail, Heather. You're going to love it.
Michigan
he got
State?
his first college acceptance letter.
From?
Fort Collins.
Oh, CSU. Oh, he applied to CSU.
He did. We live in Colorado.
Okay. Well, I
It was
know.
so-
Congratulations.
It just felt
Go
good, right?
Rams.
To get the first one,
Yes. It's
'cause
happening.
There's one.
Yeah, it's a
One
great
college.
school, too. It's a great
So,
school.
Yeah,
Great
we'll come up
town.
and visit. Take a tour. He's never
Come
been.
on. He's never been.
No, but we're on our way. We're going to come up and check it out.
Okay. Well, make sure you call me because I will actually make it be fun.
Wait, real
Of
quick.
course we will.
Yes.
On our Instagram, Blakely, you posted that we were featured. Our podcast was featured at a CSU event.
Oh, right. No, that was CU.
CU event. I live in Boulder. So,
Buffs.
Okay.
That's
yes.
okay.
Let me say
Not all business.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
No, go ahead. I was going to correct
Yes.
myself so that moment
Yes.
wasn't embarrassing. But you know what? We're just going to accept that.
Yeah.
I'm
Welcome
working
to the
on,
club.
I'm working on my acronyms.
Yeah.
Yeah. We sponsored the CU women's basketball team on their female leadership night. So it was actually a fantastic event. All these female executives in the community come and sit one-on-one with all of our female basketball team, and they kind of just talk about the future and talk about next steps, and then they together get on stage and like present what they learned about each other. It's just an amazing event. It was fantastic to be able to sponsor it. Yeah, it's part of the community piece, right?
That's our podcast smile of the week.
That is the podcast smile of the week.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was really fun.
Yeah.
That's good. Clay?
I have like 3. So I'll go through them.
Sorry. We only have
It
time
can
for
only be
one.
one. It can only be one.
No, you can do
rapid
3.
fire.
Okay. So
they're
the
quick.
Detroit
Yeah.
Lions didn't play a game, so it can't be that.
Okay.
Because they're on a bye week. My family, we had our first bonfire of the season in our backyard this year, and we live in Michigan, so it's just like the leaves are changing, the weather is just right when it's
pretty.
like
Do you still have the
crisp.
no smoke thing?
Yeah,
The smokeless?
that was my pandemic purchase.
Well done.
It's a good
A
one.
smokeless fire pit, and it isn't smoke free, but it is less smoke. I will say that.
Smoke less.
Oh, that is such a branding trick. Smokeless. And it's like, oh no, we meant smoke less.
Yeah.
Not
So
smoke
all the way you
free.
enunciate it.
Yeah, because
Was that Was that the brand that Snoop Dogg did the whole thing that he was putting?
Yeah.
The best marketing campaign ever.
Unfortunately, no, I don't have that smokeless fire pit. I have their competitor. I have the competitor to that brand, and I highly recommend them. They're very good. But that was a great marketing campaign. So yeah, perfect weather outside. Ray and Emerson and I just sat by the fire. It was like nice and warm. And we just sat as a family, talked, just had a nice, the cats in our neighborhood that kind of run around and we take care of them. And Ray does TNR stuff, trap, neuter, release. So all the cats.
I have Thursday night ride.
Thursday night ride? What is that?
That's what we do. That's another. Just put a pin on that one.
A Thursday night ride, like just you and your husband, like ride?
No, it's a whole thing here.
Oh.
Anyway, keep going.
Yeah. So anyway, I had, as Heather's doing gestures with her hands, I was describing a wholesome family moment. So we just had a nice time together as a family.
She's the one that took it. She's the one that took it down. We have our Thursday night ride.
I know.
Am I the only one that thought, okay.
No, I do think those things, but I just don't say them out loud. And I actually depend on you to actually say them out loud.
You should start.
Okay. Okay, Heather.
I'll do it every time.
Take us home.
Okay.
Wait, that was only one. You had like three.
I was told I could only have one. Blakely.
Could you go fast? Come on, I want to hear him now.
I walked out of a used car dealership because I didn't get the deal. They called me back the next day. I got the deal. So I felt really happy about that. I've learned a lot of negotiating skills, sitting in my silence.
There's a butt coming in.
No. I got the deal. That's
the smile.
Not buy my car.
That was a smile.
You said it like
I get the phone call, I hang up, and I'm like, hell yeah, I got the deal.
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah, you got it.
And then, I can't remember the third one now. It was something else. It was nice, and I smiled. Sorry.
That was great.
Yeah, thanks.
Mine was that Nick took me away to Steamboat for just one night. He's one of these like points guys, where it's like you got to get the card and then there's an annual fee, but they give you all of these benefits where the card pays for itself. And in theory, that's great. But then the card company counts on you not taking them up on the deals. And so he's like, screw that. We're getting our money's worth. So he was like, we have to go to a Sheridan somewhere in Colorado before December 31st because we have a $300 credit for the Amex.
And if you're not going, I am.
Yeah, basically. He's like, pick a Sheridan, whatever. So there's one in Steamboat. So we went. And we have a tradition every time we go to Steamboat, we go to dinner and then kind of shopping. And then we'll go to the Strawberry Springs hot springs, which are just like the
naked.
Fans, obviously naked. We do go at night, which like some people will go naked.
Is it like a Schwitz? Is it like a...
Yeah, it's optional.
No, it's outdoor and there's people all around. But at night, if you go to like the late session, there people go just to be able to go without clothes on. Okay. It's like accepted, right? But you really can't see anyone. It's like black as night. There's no lights at all. It's also very dangerous because it's natural rock and it's slippery as hell.
Slippery.
And you have to be very, very careful. But anyway, so we were slotted to go do that. And then at dinner, we just looked at each other and we were like, we're so tired. Like we were so exhausted and we were both trying to like keep it up and like live like, okay, this is what we do. And we don't want to be like old and like, okay, now we're whatever. We just got married a few months ago. And we're like, is it okay if we just like go back to the hotel and maybe just watch a show and fall asleep? He's like, is that okay with you? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, is that okay with you? He's like, yes. And so we did it and it was awesome. And we loved it. And it was like, we woke up the next day. We went to a nice breakfast and it brought a smile to my face because what I loved was just the honesty and not we have to keep up a show because other people tell us that if we don't have the romance, hot spring time that something's wrong. And we're definitely going to go still do that. But in that day, in that time, we had a hell of a week. And to live up to that and have that honest moment with each other was great. Because, in other relationships I've been in, there would have been this kind of fake, no, sure, I'll go. Oh, do you want to go? Of course I want to go. And then we're both unhappy. So to just have honest sharing made me happy.
You found your person.
Great.
I found my person.
Okay, on that note,
congratulations. You're in the top 10% of podcasts. You've done it.
Yes!
We've
I'm so
done
proud
it.
of us.
Yeah.
We've done it.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Wait,
This is exciting.
Is this bad? I thought it was the top 50% once you got to 10. And then I thought you had to get to 21 to be in the top 10%. Am I
No.
wrong?
Oh,
Top one.
So it's the first 3 episodes puts you in the top 50%.
Oh,
10
she's wrong.
episodes. No, this is good. People need to know this. And it's okay because it is confusing and it like doesn't make sense. The numbers are weird. But it's first 3, top 50%. 10 episodes, then you get into the top 50%. 21 episodes, top 1%.
Okay,
It's
so we're
crazy.
here. So I say we keep going. Blakely, are you in for another year?
Yeah, are you in? Yeah.
Oh no,
This is
we're
great.
having our anniversary re-upping conversation.
Are you in
Yes,
for
Heather,
another year?
I commit to you. I commit to your abusive language toward me.
And I commit to continuing to make fun of you every chance I get.
I
for
know
another
it's easy.
year.
I say stupid shit all the time.
Yes.
So
Yes.
all right.
And we commit to our listeners to keep showing up week after week.
Thank you, listeners.
Thank you. And
Thank
please
you,
subscribe.
Mo.
Please subscribe. Thank you,
And
Mo.
subscribe.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.